Good day, viewer, and welcome to another edition of the program on Makusa TV, Discipline. Discipline, according to Oxford Dictionary, it is a practice put in place by parents to train up a child in the right way. I am Mercy Yusuf, your host, and with me in the studio is Mr. Suleiman Abdullahi, Miss Shirley Anthony Tukura, and Miss Faith Dobundi. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Faith.
Our guests are going to be educating us on our topic, child's discipline. But before then, let's go on musical break. We'll be right back.
Girls fighting over Gemini and Pisces. Every corner it's war and crisis. Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda and ISIS. How come the poor people are the nicest? Africa blessed with a lot of beautiful history, but these people make you feel like everything's a mystery. They make you live lives in a jittery. We pray to God Father to give us victory. Take a look around the city now. No love or what a pity now. 21 look like 50 now. Hatred making, you know. Back then she was a cutie now. You no longer do your duty now. You follow girls with big booty now. All you do is booting and looting now. So heal the world, spread love and heal the world. Heal the world, let love heal the world. Heal the world, spread love and heal the world. Heal the world, let love heal the world. Deep in her. A mother dying of beeping her. Father not get no deep in her. She a feeling school OGP now. False prophet them preaching now. Fake thing them teaching now. The girl them bleaching now. And the boy them snitching now. Who am I to do the judging now? When everything is not original. Bad mind and grudging now. Father Lord it in a put me now. So heal the world, spread love and heal the world. Heal the world, let love heal the world. Heal the world, spread love and heal the world. Heal the world, let love heal the world.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we are discussing on the topic, discipline. Mr. Suleiman, what do you understand by the word discipline?
Thank you very much, Mercy. Discipline, let me start by the definition. According to Conley's English Dictionary, define discipline as a training and a practice put in place for people to obey rules or codes of behavior using punishment to correct disobedience.
Okay.
And this discipline can be seen as a set of rules placed either by parents or by guardians to guide every living being. So I think
you made mention of punishment. I don't know what kind of punishment should be given to a child, way of disciplining a child.
Okay. Like, most parents didn't understand what discipline is all about. When we say discipline, we do not mean beating up a child again and again. There's many ways you can punish somebody. Like, mostly when you come to children, not giving them attention alone is a punishment.
Okay.
Or not allowing them doing what they used to. For instance, if you know this is what your child loves most, so if you want to punish him, you can stop him from that activity.
Okay.
And that's a sign of punishment. So it must not be beaten. But though we Africans, due to our low mentality, we take punishment to be beating. Beating up a child again and again. That's no punishment.
Alright, thank you very much, Mr. Suleiman. And over to you, Miss Shadi. what do you have to say about child's discipline?
For a child's discipline, it has to do with parents now trying to train up their children in the right way. And what are those right ways? Those right ways are for you to tell your child to do the right things at the right time. Like, let me say your child do wake up late in the morning and you know that all of you have to stand up and pray, because there are some parents that are very, very careless with that. If they are coming for, like, let me say the Christians now, they are coming for morning devotion, you leave your child to be sleeping, and that is not good.
Okay.
If you find out that that child keeps sleeping anytime you guys want to do the morning devotion, you have to go and wake that child up. That is also part of discipline, because now you're trying to tell that child that the child should wake up every morning so that you guys will join your hands and pray. That's also part of the discipline now.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, thank you very much, Michelle. And over to you, Miss Fee. What is your take on this?
Oh, thank you, Miss Nancy. Discipline means training or grooming of a child. It's a practice put in place either by guardians or parents to train up a child in the right way. He or she should be useful in future to himself, to his family, community, and the society at large.
Alright,
Yes.
thank you very much, Miss Fee. And my next question goes to Miss Shelley. What discipline does in the life of a child?
Well, discipline does a lot of things in the life of a child, in the sense that it helps that child now to have a full confidence in himself. Because if that child is not grown up, the child will one day leave the house. Like you now releasing your child now to go to a boarding school or to a, should I say, university. That child will learn what you have told, as in what you've told that child at home. The child will make use of that thing, because that is the right time now for that child to make use of it.
Okay.
Like me, I used to remember when I was at home, my dad usually don't allow me out. But when I came to school, I was like always at home. I don't like going out. And even though I must go out, I'll come to school and from school to home. That's what I usually do. There was a day that someone even asked me, Shelly, you don't go out. Have fun now. Why you do always stay inside? I'll be like, it's just used to me because I'm used to the pattern already. Yeah, that's what my dad has put in me. So I think that is part of discipline. And me not going to club is also part of discipline, because if at home your child has been going to club right from home and then you see nothing wrong in it, if that child should mistakenly leave the house, definitely that child will be going to clubs, and not even to clubs. He will be doing things that are not just right, and it will be harmful to that child, and also the family alone will even take the shame.
Okay.
Yes, because anywhere the child goes, the child is also representing the family.
Okay, if I should get you right, you said your dad normally locked you up in the house, and you said it's part of discipline. Don't you think leaving a child to his own self, you also learn something from it?
Yes. At times, it's not as if he's locking me, like, you don't go out. Even though I should go out, he used to give me time. Come back by this time. That's also part of discipline. Yes. At least even though I should go out, I don't stay out late, because I don't even have the right. And now that I'm out of the house, I have the sense now that even though I should go out, I should not stay out late.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And over to you, Mr. Suleiman. What discipline was in the life of a child?
That was a very vital one there, Miss Mercy. First of all, let me say, discipline is the fundamental block that shape up our lives as humans. So, discipline does a lot in the existence of every living being. Because when you check, every successful man today on earth applied discipline on a daily basis. So, you see, first, everybody want to train up a child, and we want that child to grow up and be somebody. And you see, you can never be somebody when you don't have that safe discipline in you. And before you know what is safe discipline, you have to pass through some stages of discipline. You understand? Like, first, let me say the kind of discipline that was passed to a child by the parents. It matters a lot.
And if I may ask, what kind of discipline should be passed from a parent to a child?
You see, when we talk of discipline, we have 4 major types of discipline.
Okay. And
We
what
have the authoritative parental discipline.
Okay.
We have the neglectful parental style of discipline. We have the authoritarian parenting style of discipline. And we have the massive parental style of discipline.
Okay.
So, when we come to the authoritative parenting style of discipline, to me, that is one of the best style of discipline.
Okay. Like
Because-
using authority on the child.
Yes, because the style is authoritative because it has to do with what you, the parents, want for your child. Because don't forget, every child is not born as a social being. So you parents impact whatever you want in your child. If you want a child to be a doctor, then you start training him to be a doctor. If you want your child to be going to bed early, you know what to do. If you want your child to has good charisma, see, parents are the primary agent of socialization. So parents has a lot to play in discipline. And you, the parents, also need to be disciplined. Because I don't see a reason why you'll be beating up your wife, you and your wife will be exchanging words in the presence of your kids. You see, because kids nowadays, they learn very fast.
Yeah.
You must not tell them, Junior, do this before they do, but they believe this is what I saw. So let me try something like that.
Okay.
So I think that's my own
Alright,
part.
thank you very
Yeah.
much. Just really much. And over to you, Ms. Faith. What does discipline do in the life of a child?
Well, discipline play an important role in the life of a child. Not only a child, both adults. You know, discipline, when you're well disciplined, when you have that home training, when you go out there, you have what is called self-discipline, or self-discipline or self-control. Whatever situation you face, you will be able to overcome it. You manage emotions, you can make good choices on your own. Yes.
Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And my next question, over to you, Mr. Suleiman. Why discipline in the life of a child?
Thank you very much, Mercy. When we say wild discipline in the life of a child, that question does not only refer to children, but if you ask me, I would say wild discipline in every living being. Because discipline is so important that even animals need to be disciplined when necessary.
Wow.
Yes, because let me say discipline is like a vehicle that will take you to a safer destination.
Okay.
So, you see, first, discipline on itself helps every living being to achieve its goal. Because even you, as a presenter, without discipline, you cannot be here. Because you have to work on yourself to achieve what you want to achieve. Because I believe every right-thinking member of the public or the society has a goal.
Yes.
So, you having a goal, you must work towards your goal. And without that safe discipline, and don't forget, there's what we call perspective discipline.
Okay.
Yeah, like, you know what people are expected from you. Because not everybody know what the public, the society will be expecting from every living being. Let me say something again, because discipline pays. Yes, because once you're disciplined, honestly, you are one step ahead to success. So I think from that is all I have.
Alright, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Ms. Faith, why discipline in the life of a child?
Discipline in the life of a child is important because it is the primary aim of a parent or any guardian that wants a child to be a good uh, leader or somebody better in future. Yes, that discipline helps the child to make a good choice, to know the step to take in life that will make him or her successful and they say a good leader.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, thank you very much for your and Miss Shadi, why discipline in Bible child?
Well, it's very, very important why discipline in the life of a child. Because if you give birth to your child and then you leave that child to itself, that's not what we call discipline. Because that child will grow up to do some kind of things that the parents themselves will be surprised. Why I said so? Because number one, you give birth to your child, you didn't discipline your child, you didn't tell your child the right thing to do, you didn't even do anything, you just give birth to the child and then you leave the child to do it. It's not right.
Okay.
Yes, because different kind of people now will come into the life of that child to manipulate different kind of attitude or character into the life of that child, and that child now be controlled by those people now, because the child will not be able to do things on his own or on her own.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, thank you, Miss Shadi.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much for your contribution. And now let's go to the other part of the program, which is Vox Pop.
I am Ismaila Garba Adiki, the head of the department, social development, National State Polytechnic. Discipline is a training and conditioning to produce obedience and self-control. It's a process through which an individual, of course, becomes. What I'm trying to say is, discipline, as I said, is a process, of course, and that is accompanied with training, of course. And in this process, it is expected that a child should be able to control himself. Of course, when children are supposed to be given proper education. Once you have a child, first, socialization starts from home. Okay, start teaching a child from home. Okay, the right behavior. Start when a child does something that is wrong. Okay, there and then, there are mechanisms through which you can, of course, adopt to a sort of to a sort of correct a child whenever he's erring. Okay, but when a child does something that is wrong, there and then, you can punish him, light punishment, not physical punishment where you can know, like you can punish him there and then, so that he will not, or that punishment at that level will serve as deterrence, so that next time you will not actually repeat that same thing, as a parent particularly. Okay, one, you need to provide the basic needs of your child is very important. Okay, providing the of course education is very important, food, clothing and what have you. Okay, once you are able to provide your child with all that he needs, that of course can a kind of help in a kind of creating a kind of enabling environment for the child to focus on what he's supposed to do, so that he can become a disciplined member of the society in future. And if these things are lacking, because what I want you to understand is this: a lot of our children who are not disciplined, okay, a lot of children who have taken to armed robbery and what have you, are children that lack some of these basic needs. And once a child lacks some of these things, sincerely, he can easily be lured into committing all sorts of crimes and criminality. Okay, so one, I'm advising parents to ensure that they provide their children with the basic needs, particularly food, clothing, education. Okay, then two, of course, education is very important, as I said, because I want to still emphasize on education. Enroll your child or your children in school, because once your child is in school, you'll be preoccupied with a lot of things. Like is saying that an ideal mind is a devil workshop. So if you keep your child at home without doing anything, before you know it now, you will start relating with bad eggs. Okay, by the time he's relating with this bad eggs, before you know it now, he will also be one of them. That you'll be a criminal. But once your child is enrolled in school, okay, he will be so much preoccupied with a lot of things, so he will always be busy, and before you know it now, okay, he will be well trained, because ordinarily, of course, school are established for purposes of training, basically. So once your child is there, he'll be trained, and once he's trained, he becomes disciplined, and once he's disciplined, of course, he will be an obedient, citizen of that given state.
My name is Agara Jumwe Jakonda. I am a lecturer with the Department of Social Development, Nasarawa State Polytechnic, Lafia. Discipline is a very broad term, but specifically I think it implies the training of a child, and discipline also implies correcting a child so that the child can be able to abide by the rules and regulations of a given society. I think there are several causes of discipline among the youth, but I think the greatest, in my opinion, is peer pressure. Quite a number of youths like to emulate their friends. They see their friends as role models. They follow suit with the way their friends behave. Other causes of indiscipline among youths is when the parents themselves are not disciplined. If you as a parent are not disciplined, you don't expect your child to be disciplined. Another one is strict rules, when rules are too strict or when rules are not strict at all. You find out that when parents have rules that are very rigid, the children try to break the rules. Or even in institutions, not only parents, in other institutions, once the rules are very rigid, you find that the youths tend to break those rules. And once the rules are very relaxed, once the rules are not stern enough, then children become very permissive and do what they want to do. My advice for the youth is do the right thing at the right time. If you mess up your present, it will mess up your future. And if your future is messed up, you alone will bear the consequences. We as parents might just feel the shame, but the youth who messes up his future by being indisciplined will be the one to bear the brunt of it. So my advice is do the right thing at the right time.
My name is Mr. Titus Ikom, a lecturer with the State Polytechnic here in Lafia. I major in geography. Discipline can be viewed in various perspectives. Okay. Take it for instance. But in the summary of the whole thing is when you are doing something at the right time and you are doing something that is good at the right time, okay, that one is called discipline. Okay. Take it for example. When you look at the religion aspect, okay, when you are doing just what your God has commanded you to do, not deviating from it at all, that one is discipline. When you keep to the instruction of your parents at home, doing what the kind of instruction that they are giving you is discipline. You come to the school, you do your assignment, do your test, and do everything at the right time. Discipline. So when you look at the economic aspect, by the time you are spending your money, if you are spending money extravagantly, that one is indiscipline. Okay. If you are spending money at the right thing at the right time, that one is discipline. Just doing the right thing at the right time is what constitutes discipline. Discipline starts from home. So I am supposed to start with the parents. The parents are supposed to be the fundamentals of bringing discipline in children.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so in fact, right from the very moment that your wife gave birth, the training starts from there.
Okay, sir.
The course of the discipline will start from there. If you just allowed the child to just stay on his own, maybe you are having pity on him. There is a popular adage that says that spare the rod and spoil the child.
Okay,
if you think that you love a child very well, will do something bad that will not beat him. That is the genesis of indiscipline. Right from that, you have to start attacking the child. Then, the advice to the society, we have to have this attitudinal change. There are some things that we are doing that inside us, consciously, it is telling us what we are doing is bad. Instead of us to stop it, we will not stop it, we will continue to do it. We have to change our own attitude. Then that one will inculcate discipline in us.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Santi, Blessing, and Paul, for that wonderful voice of the people. Ms. Suleiman, what's your message for the people out there?
My message to the public And to the viewer out there, let's try and be disciplined to ourselves, because I don't see a reason why you cannot be, like, let me say, you before being a man of God, you have to be a child of God. So that is what I'm trying to say, is that discipline begins at home. And they say every good leader must show a good example. But that word is not only referred to leader, because once you are a good parent, your son is an example of you.
Okay.
So let's know that beating up a child is not discipline.
Okay.
So rather it's an injury, because when a child is used to beating, when he's outside, you think that, okay, after all, now only beat you beat me. So you become addicted to that. So you don't take that as something, but at least sometimes you need to call your son so that you guys will interact. At least you need to let him learn many things from you as a parent. So I think that's all I have.
Alright, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Michelle, what message do you have for the people out there?
Well, the message I have for everyone out there, and including myself, we should just be disciplined. And as for the parents, you yourself, you just have to be disciplined before your own children will be disciplined. Because if your mother is a fighter, a warrior, my dear, forget it, your children too also be a warrior.
Okay.
Yes. So please, everyone should just be disciplined and then do the right things at the right time. And I think the country will be good.
Alright, thank you very much, Michelle.
You're welcome.
And Miss Faith, what do you have for the people out there?
Oh, thank you, Mercy. My little advice to the general public is that they should mind the way they discipline their children.
Okay.
Not only children, anywhere they find themselves as leaders. They should mind the way they discipline the people under them. They should not use insulting or offensive words in the name of disciplining them.
Okay.
Yes. You know, when you, the leader yourself, the parent, you're not disciplined, the children or the people under you, they take the step you're taking. Whatever you do, they'll say, after all, our leader is doing the same thing. Maybe it's good. It's going to turn out to be good. That's why he is doing it. So I will also do it.
Okay.
So you avoid mistakes so as the others at the back will not do the same mistake.
Thank you very much. Alright, thank you very much for coming, my guest. Hope to have you next time in our program. In my holy book, which says, train up a child in a right way, when he is grown, he will not depart from it. I want to say a very big thank you to our supervisor in the person of Ahmad Jibrin Ibrahim, and also to our director in the person of Mrs. Vita Agbad for her contribution during the production. And I also want to say a very big thank you to our production crew. I am Mercy, your host. Hope to see you next time. Bye.
Life decay. But some people they run insane. Them saying human beings to their grave. Brother, not true how they talk. Make you look round the world. Prostitution they blow like bomb. Now why some girls they kill their unborn child? To mother baby you see abandoned kids.